Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we'll be looking into an animation, like what are the ways we can animate the basic shapes of the SVG, right? Because as we are already done with the basic shape, we have to find a way if we can do the animation. So in some of the videos we have seen making the animation using keyframes, but probably that is not the right way to do the animation in the SVGs, because to use an SVG with the CSS we need both files present, and to run the CSS file we need to run that SVG in the browser inside an HTML tag, right? Or we have to find a way somehow import that SVG. So we have to keep these two elements together. Now suppose if you have a one requirement where you want to create an animation in the SVG and keep the animation inside an SVG only, and just export that file as an SVG file, and just import that file into a browser, like view that SVG wherever you want to, and the animation should be persisted there, right? So we have to find if there are some ways for it. So if you see the documentation of the SVG, or like if you following the developer Mozilla, so I found like few SVG elements that are helpful to do the animation for the SVG elements, such as animate. We have like few others like animate color, animate motion. So we'll be doing the series of all those SVG uh, elements that are used to animate the basic shapes, or like those are used to animate like different parts of the different, they have the different ways to animate the SVG. So in this video we'll be seeing the animate, how the animate works. So let's see the definition. So SVG animate element provides a way to animate an attribute of an SVG over a time. So yeah, to have any animation we have to say like from where to where. So we have to define the initial state and the final state. We have to tell like what is the time through which this animation will happen, and that's it, right? The we see the changes over a time and not the exactly uh, in the instance of time, right? So let's see the example they have given here. So right now they are trying to animate rect tag, right? So as we know, um, as the definition says, first of all, right, it is providing way to animate an attribute. So if you are using rect, you should be animating the right attribute for that particular rect, right? So if you see, we are using animate element, we are saying which attribute of the rect tag we are gonna animate, which is rx. So let's first try to understand what is rx in the rect. So this is the rect tag or the SVG element. So Rx tells the horizontal corner radius of the rect. Okay, so if you go here, so they are trying to animate the Rx property. They are specifying the values as well. So they are specifying values into three breakdowns, which is initially it will be 0, in the halfway time it will become a 5, and like on the end of the animation it will become a 0. They are providing duration for that, which is like dur is stands for the duration of that particular animation. They are saying okay, this will be the change will occur in the 10 second, and repeat count is nothing but like how many times you want this animation, right? This could be indefinite, or it could be 1 2, like depends upon the requirement that we have, right? So what are the different attributes that animate can have? Those are listed here, so you can go through it. So apart from the attributes for the animation, they have like animating timing attributes, right? So they are saying like when it should begin. So we can say okay, after 3 seconds it should start. We should start seeing the change, and likewise duration and minimum. So you can go through each one of them. Um, there are the few animation values attributes which you can see, such as like we are using values uh, now, right? Which values we are seeing, okay, what are the different breakpoints. So likewise we have like from to, and by how much we should be animating during that time. So you can go through all these attributes, um, and there are like a few more details of the uh, animate element which you can go through. So but we'll see like how what is the easiest way to get started and see the change. So I'll copy this particular animation. We'll go again through that. So I have already copied here. So we see that we have the rectangle, which is width is 10 and height is 10. We are filled with the basic color. We are using an animate element here. We are saying Rx is a property that we want to animate. We have two breakpoint, so 0 to 5 and 5 to 0. So basically three values, which are telling like there are like two velocities that we can see. One is from 0 to 5 and from 5 to 0, right? And we are seeing the duration 4 seconds and repeat count is once. That means like the change you will see only once. So let me go to our example. Let me refresh the page. You see that this animation is starting from 0 Rx to 5 Rx. So if you see, this 5 is exactly half of this 10, right? So if I make it as a 1, you won't be seeing the complete circle, but you will see the Rx, like the corners are getting rounded. So let me just make it a 10 so that we see continuous change. So corner are getting little sharpen, again they start gets sharpen, and likewise. So it will happen 10 times, right? So these are the values. So let's try to give more values, and let's try to see, let me add it here, and let me say you will become from 0 to 2 to 0, 0 to 3 and to 2 and then 3 and then 2 and then 3. And let's see, you see, you can add the breakpoint as much as you want to, depends upon your requirement. If I reduce this time, of course the change will be like too fast to observe it, and if the timing is like too big, then like you will be seeing like too dull animation. So uh, we have seen the values, so we'll try few more properties. So uh, let's try like from and to. So we have breakpoints where if we use values, we can use too many breakpoints. And for from, so from, we say what is my initial Rx, let's say 10, or like 10 is like the total dimension 5, and I want to go up to say 2. Oh no, not 23, 2. And animation time is too big, so let's make it 4 seconds. So what does it doing? So this is starting from the 5 and going up to 2, and this is going to happen 10 times. So let's make it 1, just to observe what is the final state. Okay, so you see the animation started from 5, went to 2 and finished there, and we haven't specified any default property here, right, for the Rx. That's why it is taking Rx as a 0. So if you provide Rx as your end state here, then your animation will persist and stop there. Let's see, yeah, it is stopped there, right? So yeah, likewise, if you are using circle, now circle will have the different properties. So circle has cx, like different attributes, let's say a phi and cy phi, and let's say r radius, I want to make it as 3. So we are seeing circle here. Okay, and now you see, right, we have said, okay, so first of all we have the wrong syntax, so nothing will happen because animates takes an attributes to animate, but circle doesn't have the cx, right? So let's make cx from 5 to 2. So what is happening? Nothing. Okay, because we spelled it wrong. So you are seeing, right, your cx getting changed because your center is getting changed, because that's your property. So you can say cy and you will be seeing a vertical movement, right? And let's say you reduce the radius, and let's make it from 5 to 2, and then it will go to original. Oh, 5 to 2, and then it went to original, which is 3. Let's make it as a 2, and it will persist there. Cool. Let's make it as 0. Let's make it as 0, and then see the change, and it should be vanished, right? Yeah. So to use the animate, you have to see which property you are animating on, and based upon you have to specify the attribute name. So let's see if we can animate the multiple attributes, right? So we have done the animation on the R, so let's copy it and paste it, and let's say now we have to do it on cx, and we have to change the cx from 5 to 4 and in 4 seconds. Okay, let's see how does it looking. Okay, I am not able to see the change, but let's do that. Okay, from 5 to 4 in 4 seconds. So let's make the changes on cx and cy, so we'll be able to see the change. Okay, so rx is radius is 0, right? So let me refresh, and we are saying like animation on cy from 5 to 0 in 4 seconds, and repeat count 1, and same goes with it. So let's see what's wrong. Did we close everything correctly? Okay, we have cx, we have cy, and we did not specify radius, so we have to say our radius is, let's say, 3. Now we see our circle, so it is getting animated on the y-axis, but we really are not seeing on the x-axis. So let's try to find the problems. Okay, so what we are saying, okay, animate cx from 5 to 4 in 4 seconds. Okay, and now if I comment this, okay, this is moving. Okay, now but this isn't moving on x-axis, so what could be the reason? Okay, okay, this is not significantly moving probably. Okay, we are seeing it. Okay, so the reason probably was the change was not significant and we were not able to see it, but yeah, now we can see it. So that's it for the animate. So there are like multiple properties that you can go through. Here are like lot of attributes that are responsible for seeing different change, which you can go through. um, and I'll mention all the links that we have uh, referred in the description. Thank you so much for watching.